Good morning, students. Today we shall understand what is transportation. Students, what is the general meaning of transportation? Yes, it is the movement of something from one place to another. For instance, people, goods are moved from one place to another using vehicles such as cars, buses, trains, trucks, etc. A similar kind of process happens even inside our body. Here, materials like glucose, amino acids, glycerol, fatty acids, and many others are moved from one organ to another organ. And this movement of materials inside our body from one organ to another organ is what is called as transportation. Got it, students? Transportation is just movement of materials from one organ to another. Now, why should we require this transportation? Why these materials are to be moved from one organ to another? For that, students, let us see the materials: glucose, amino acids, glycerol, fatty acids, vitamins. What are they? They are the products of digestion. And so, where they are produced inside intestine. And now where they are required by all the cells of the body. So all the cells require them. So they have to be moved from intestine to all the parts, all the cells of the body. Similarly, oxygen, it is needed by all the cells but is present inside lungs. So from lungs it has to be transported to all the cells. Next, carbon dioxide, it is produced inside every cell and it has to be brought to lung surface for the expulsion. Right, that's what we studied in nutrition and respiration. Now, what about hormones? Hormones are produced by glands. And glands, these hormones, they have their effect in specific organs in the body. For instance, if you take pituitary gland, where is pituitary gland present? It is inside the brain, and this pituitary gland produces a hormone called growth hormone. This hormone has its effect on the growing parts of the body like muscles and bones. So this hormone is to be transported from brain to the growing parts, muscles and bones. Got it? So now if you take urea, uric acid and ammonia, they are the excretory products or waste products that are produced inside the cells due to their continuous activity, and these are to be expelled out of the body. So they are to be moved from cells to the excretory organ kidney for the expulsion. Got it? So this is the reason why we need transportation. Actually, materials are generated at one place and are required at another place. So we require transportation process inside our body. Got it, students? I hope you understood. Now, what are the vehicles of transport inside our body? There are two vehicles, blood and lymph. Students, what are these? They are fluid connective tissues. Blood is the red color fluid connective tissue. Lymph is the white color fluid connective tissue. Right? These are the vehicles. They transport these materials inside our body through specialized systems called as blood circulatory system and lymphatic system. Blood moves through blood circulatory system and transportation happens, and lymph moves through lymphatic system and carries out transportation. Now, what does blood circulatory system consists of? This blood circulatory system has blood, heart and blood vessels. So you know the blood. Blood is the vehicle to transport all these. Next, what is heart? Heart is like a pump. Heart is a muscular pump. It pumps the blood. It forces the blood to move and circulate the blood. Right? And now, what are the blood vessels? We have three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins and capillaries. We will see them in next classes. And these blood vessels are pipe-like structures. They are the pipelines through which blood flows. సో బ్లడ్ అనేది ఒక లిక్విడ్, అది ఈ మెటీరియల్స్ అంతా క్యారీ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది బాడీలో మొత్తంలో. ఆ బ్లడ్ మూవ్ అవడానికి హార్ట్ ఒక పంప్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటుంది, అండ్ బ్లడ్ వెసల్స్ ఒక పైప్స్ లాగా అనమాట. త్రూ దీస్ పైప్ లైన్స్ బ్లడ్ అనేది మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది అనమాట డిఫరెంట్ పార్ట్స్కి. గాట్ ఇట్. నౌ lymphatic system, it is similar to blood circulatory system. It has lymph, the white color fluid which carries the materials, then lymph vessels, they are the pipelines through which the lymph flows, then lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are bead like structures. See here, there are several beads on the pipelines, green color beads. They are called as lymph nodes. They help in immunity, generating immunity. How they help in immunity, that and all you see when I take up lymphatic system in the future videos. Got it, students? So as of now you remember there are two circulatory systems or two transportation systems. There are blood circulatory system and lymphatic system. Now students, these systems are actually interconnected. The lymphatic system and circulatory system, they run parallelly. Now see this picture. This is heart, from which artery is coming out and entering into some organ. Let us say this is stomach. Artery is entering into stomach, breaking into capillaries. Artery is breaking into capillaries, and these capillaries again joining and forming a vein. This vein is coming out of the stomach and again going to heart. So from heart, artery is bringing blood to the stomach and vein is collecting blood from the stomach to the heart. So what is happening in between arteries and veins? Artery is breaking down into small fine vessels called as capillaries, and these capillaries again are joining to form vein. So it is at this capillary point the exchange of materials take place between blood and the tissue. So this is the stomach tissue, these are the capillaries. So from capillaries some materials enter into tissue, and from tissue some materials enter into the blood. So exchange takes place here. Got it? Now this is the blood circulatory system of the stomach: artery, capillaries, vein and heart. Blood circulatory system of stomach. Now where is the lymphatic system here? So this green color pipes, they represent lymphatic system. So they arise at capillary region as lymphatic capillaries. So these are the lymphatic capillaries, and these capillaries they join and form lymph vessel. This is the vessel, and this is one node. Several such nodes are present. One node is shown here. So capillaries are forming lymph vessels, and lymph vessels are joining into vein again. So lymphatic system is running parallel to the venous system or vein system of the blood circulatory system and joining with veins. So materials which are bigger in size, for instance fatty acids, they are long chain hydrocarbons, they cannot enter into smallest capillaries. So such molecules they enter into lymphatic capillaries, and then they get passed through lymph vessels and finally get dumped into blood of the venous. What is happening? పెద్ద మాలిక్యూల్స్ ఏవైనా ఉంటే అవి డైరెక్ట్గా క్యాపిలరీస్లోకి ఎంటర్ అవ్వలేవు బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దర్ బిగ్గర్ సైజు. అలాంటివి లింఫాటిక్ క్యాపిలరీస్లోకి ఎంటర్ అయ్యి అవి లింఫ్ వెజల్స్ ద్వారా మళ్ళీ బ్లడ్లోకి జాయిన్ అవుతాయి. సో ఇక్కడ ఎంటర్ అవ్వలేవు, బట్ ఫైనల్లీ బ్లడ్లోకి వెళ్తున్నాయి అన్నమాట. సో వాట్ ఈస్ హ్యాపెనింగ్? లింఫాటిక్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ యాక్టింగ్ లైక్ ఏ మిడిల్ మ్యాన్ బిట్వీన్ ద టిష్యూ అండ్ ద బ్లడ్, రైట్? సో ఇది ఒక మిడిల్ మ్యాన్ లాగా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట టిష్యూకి బ్లడ్కి మధ్యలో. So this is about lymphatic circulation or lymphatic system briefly, but we will understand in detail in coming up sessions. Okay, so what you understood? Transportation ante different materials ఒక ఆర్గన్ నుంచి ఇంకొక ఆర్గన్కి మూవ్ అవడం. ఆ మూవ్మెంట్కి హెల్ప్ చేసేటివి ఏంటి? బ్లడ్ అండ్ లింఫ్. సో బ్లడ్ అయితే బ్లడ్ సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టమ్ ఉంది, లింఫ్కి లింఫ్ సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టమ్ ఉంది. సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టమ్, బ్లడ్ సర్క్యులేటరీ సిస్టంలో బ్లడ్, హార్ట్, బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్ ఉంటాయి. లింఫాటిక్ సిస్టంలో లింఫ్ వెజల్స్, లింఫ్ నోడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఈ రెండు సిస్టమ్స్ ఒకదానికొకటి ప్యారలల్గా రన్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. అండ్ దేర్ ఈస్ కనెక్షన్. యాక్చువల్గా లింఫ్ వెజల్స్, బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్కి కనెక్షన్ ఉంది అనమాట. అండ్ దట్ కనెక్షన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ షోన్ in the previous slide, right? So this is about transportation, students. I hope you understood.